Hi everyone, welcome to today's Facebook Live event. My name is Kelsey. Today I'm making a low-carb version of the comfort food shepherd's pie. So this is a program-approved recipe. You can also eat this on maintenance if you'd like to. This is made with cauliflower, mashed potatoes as the topping, and then ground beef as the inside. So I'll show you what I have here. Have some spices, salt, cumin, garlic powder, paprika, pepper, butter, onion, cauliflower. I personally like when I'm making cauliflower mashed potatoes, I find this the most easiest because you just add it to the microwave. You can also cut up a full head of cauliflower into bite-sized pieces, then microwave it, but it's just an extra step that I'd rather not do. Frozen, chopped up spinach, and then I got a little over a pound of ground beef. I'm going to start chopping up my onion and get everything together to get started. In this pan right here, I have my one onion all chopped up, have a little over a pound of ground beef. I just added a little bit of salt and then some extra virgin olive oil just to kind of heat up the pan. This will cook until everything is nice and browned. I'm also going to add in my chopped spinach as well, but kind of closer towards when this almost becomes done. I don't know what they're doing, but so this, I'll let this sit for a second. Over here, I have my food processor. I've already put the cauliflower in the microwave, so it's all done. I got 2 bags just because I didn't know how much it would need. All I do is just add it right in here. You can also add in an egg yolk to make it a little bit creamier. Same thing with heavy cream. I'm gonna start by just doing 2 tablespoons of butter for now. I might add a little bit more. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm definitely going to add in that egg yolk in a little bit and probably a little bit more butter. It's back in here. And I'm going to keep kind of checking on this. And then once this is a little bit more cooked through, I'll go ahead and add the spinach. I just added in my spinach. Little bit of garlic powder, some cumin, and I'll also do paprika. This recipe, along with many others, can all be found on the website. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you also make this, let me know how it turns out. So the ground beef is almost done. I am going to take a break from this for a little bit, let this cook. I added in an egg yolk and a little bit more butter into this. I'm just going to do This already looks a lot better than it did earlier. Definitely a lot more on the creamier side. There are still a couple big chunks of cauliflower in here. That is the problem that you can have if you don't chop them up yourself. I'm gonna add in some more cauliflower too. Maybe save those big ones for another time. If you have a larger food processor than I do, because mine is tiny, you can probably do both of these at once, but it's easier to do a little bit at a time if you don't have as much space. So I just added a little bit more cauliflower. this is all mixed together, I'll add in some like garlic powder, salt, pepper. Great. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. So this is almost done. Actually, it looks like maybe another minute or two. Once this is all done cooking, I'm going to assemble it and broil it in the oven. The inside of my shepherd's pie and the outer layer are all set. I'm going to just add everything in here. I'm trying really hard not to get too much of this oil and liquid on the bottom. I use just a pie pan, but you can always, if you're making more than a pound, you could always do like in like a casserole dish or something like that. You can also, I'm sure this would be great with other veggies as well. Maybe like zucchini or asparagus. Not the traditional shepherd's pie veggies, but these are all program approved vegetables. All right, that works for me. My cauliflower mashed potatoes. This might be a little challenging. We'll see. So this definitely would, if you were doing the bagged cauliflower like I did, you would definitely want to use 2 bags because this is gonna make just enough with what I used. But if you're doing a whole head of cauliflower, you'd be totally fine. Okay, all set. I'm going to put this in the oven, broil on high, probably about 4 to 6 minutes, and I'll check on it and see what it looks like in a few. And my keto shepherd's pie is all done. I ended up broiling it for about 8 minutes total. You can definitely broil it for less if you didn't want it to be as brown on the top. My dog is very interested in making. If you make this recipe or any others, please let us know, and I can't wait to see you next time.